Wes.
Jalin, we've heard from Coach Heupel, Coach Golish, and now Coach Pope, and all three of those guys have talked about what a different mindset you have this August compared to last August, and how that showed up on the field. How did you arrive at that point where you are now? What is kind of your motivation?
I think motivation-wise, I just want to have better seasons for me. I felt like last season that wasn't what I do as far as when I play. And not only that, I wanna do well for these my teammates. They're always there. I love every guy here, and I think that's one of the reasons why.
Wes.
Jim, obviously a lot of the talk around you in spring was positive and taking steps in the right direction. What was the key to kind of continuing that momentum into workouts in the summer and now in camp?
Yeah, I mean, this is, camp, but as far as, we still hadn't even played a game yet. I think that's why I'm still going, we hadn't even started. And I just want to keep going hard every day, no matter where I'm at, even if I'm at home watching film or if I'm up here watching film, I just want to go 100% every day. Last year I felt like I didn't get everything out of every day, so that's one of the biggest changes I did.
Vince and then Brent.
Okay, Jen, can you give us your thoughts on some of those freshman wide receivers and what stands out about them?
Yeah, Squirrel, a great player, fast player. He kind of reminds me of myself when I came as a freshman, kind of small. But one thing about him, I love his mentality. I love how physical he can be, even with the small frame he has. Chaz, another great player. I felt like when him and outside were Sed's, helping him out, he definitely responded well with Sed, helping them, teaching them how, what to do, with press or just anything like that, because we're in the SEC, you're going to see press about 90% of the time. So for the outside guys, you got to be physical with that. And I felt like Chaz has done great and Squirrel has done great too.
Right.
Yeah, Jalin, two things. One, was there a moment where you watched tape or you sit down and you said, you know what, I'm not giving anybody the best version of me. When was that moment? And two, was there any times this summer where you had to fight staying kind of in the mode you're in right now?
Last year it was hard on me. I think I lost my confidence. Didn't really know the offense as well as I know it this year. Wasn't going as hard last year. And not only that, I think Bayless helped me a lot when he was here. A guy who stood up, took over the role when I couldn't, and he did what he had to do. And just watching him, how he played, seeing what you can do when you play well. I think that was one of the biggest reasons. Adversity. In high school, I didn't really go through a lot of adversity because high school is kind of easy as far as football. But when you get up here, you're in the SEC. You're going against big time athletes, big time players. So I needed to know how to change that. So I had to change it now.
This summer, did you have any moments where you
like stop working? You saying like stop working or
not
just?
Stop working, but anything where maybe some of those habits tried to creep back in, or have you just been that locked in the way you were at school?
Man, hey, I've been locked in this year. Every day I wake up, man, just circling that first game, man. I'm ready to go. That's one thing I can say about myself this year. Last year, if you asked me the question, I don't know what I can tell you, but this year, man, I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Go Mike, Jimmy, Patrick, and then Austin.
Yeah, Jalin, how do you make sure that level of locked in and all these differences translates into that first game and the games throughout the season?
Yeah, we're here. This is the SEC. We're at the University of Tennessee. We have great guys here, great receivers here. Last year it taught me, when you don't play to the standard where you need to be at, you're going to be on the side. You're not going to be playing. We're here at the University of Tennessee, great athletes, great receivers here. But the reason why I work so hard, man, I just want to do it for these teammates. I want the respect. I feel like when I go out there, especially this year, I feel like I'm the best slot in the country, and that's what I want to do every day.
Jalin, we were talking about Bayless Jones and Cedric Tillman. When you saw the way they emerged Was there part of you that said, yes, if I apply myself the way they did, that can be me?
You know, what's crazy about it, Bayless told me it. You know, he told me when he left, he was like, man, you know, he had a conversation with me, you know, right before he left and started training for the draft, for the combine. He sat me down and, you know, because he knew I was going through stuff, especially last year. You know, he sat me down, you know, told me, you know, what you can do out of this offense. We watched film together. You know, this is all before he left. This is why I say this is the brotherhood, because, you know, that's something a lot of people don't do, and that's why I have so much respect for him. And I thank him for everything he has done, because, you know, it made me the man I am today.
Jalin, a couple things. I think in the spring you said you wanted to be at close to 190 around the start of the season. Did you get there? Where are you at now?
Yeah, you know, I wish I was 190, man, but, you know, with camp, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard. But right now, what I'm trying to maintain the 180 just throughout camp. And then, you know, when we start getting more as far as easier and get out of camp mode and back to the season, you know, my main focus is try to get to 187. You know, 190 probably be a next year goal, but I want to be playing at 187 this year for sure.
And Mike asked you about sort of translating everything you've done this offseason. How do you make sure that you talk about circling the first game? How do you make sure you don't put too much pressure on yourself so I'm sure you want to make sure that you show everything you've done over the past 8 months. How do you make sure you don't put too much pressure on yourself and are able to handle it if it maybe doesn't go your way right off?
Yeah. You know, one thing last year I think I did, that was another reason why I didn't play to the standard, was, you know, I was worried about stats, man. I was worried about things off the field that you're not really supposed to be worried about. You know, this year I'm having more fun. You know, I have more fun out there, especially with the teammates. I love our quarterback. I love our running backs, man. And, you know, as far as mentally, you know, this is a game where mental-wise, if you're not up to par, man, it can drag you down, you know, and just keep everything on the field, man. When you're off the field, I try to, you know, don't think about football at all. You know, talk to my family, you know, whatever that gets me away from football, you know, I try to just do that. But mentally-wise, man, I feel good. I'm ready to go. I feel good.
You talk about how easy it was in high school. Even when you first got here, you made plays as a freshman, and then last year you kind of hit that wall. Today's, you know, era of, you know, kids calling other kids at other schools saying, hey, we need a receiver, come play here. I mean, did it ever enter your mind to leave? And when did you just kind of make the decision, and I want to lock in here and be the guy here?
Yeah, you know, I never had any conversations about leaving. I think what it was Coach Pope, you know, when Coach Burns was here, again, Bayless, they all was around me, you know, when I was going through stuff, man, and that's why I thank him so much. And Coach Pope, he pushes me so much. You know, he wants the best out of you. He wants the best out of all of our receivers. So I think with that aspect, what he has done, you know, it made me. I hadn't even thought about, you know, any transfer things, any of that, because I can tell what we can do in this offense. This offense is going to be the best in the country. You know, I can tell you that right now. So that's why I didn't want to leave at all. Man, I love these guys.
Take a couple more, Jimmy.
You said that about 90% of teams in the SEC play press coverage. Are you been impressed with what you've seen out of Squirrel White as far as beating press coverage? It seems like folks are getting a hard time putting their hands on him.
Yeah, we got him in the slot. We got him working in the slot. You know, I try to stay on him just as far as when he's not in the game. You know, are you watching the guys in front of you? Are you paying attention? Are you seeing what the defense are in? Are you seeing what the safeties are doing, seeing safety structure? Just with Squirrel, he's not gonna get a lot of press, especially in slot, but you know, Chad is definitely going to get the press. Caleb, you know, guys like that. But Sed's definitely getting them right as far as how they're training. But you know, I try to stay on Squirrel because, like I said, he reminds me of myself, man. And I don't want him to hit a wall at all. You know, I want him to go full speed. And you know, with a guy like him, only thing you got to do with him is confidence. You know, make sure he's confident on the field. When he's confident on the field, man, he's dangerous.
All right, thank you. Last one.
So you have big time speed, Squirrel has big time speed, Samson has big time speed. Is that a different aspect of this year's team, all that speed on offense?
Yeah, we have a lot of speed in that room. A lot of speed. I think three of us can easily run 23 miles per hour in that room. You know, it's definitely a different room from last year, and you know, the years I've been here, definitely faster guys, and especially with this offense, that's what you need. You know, you need guys to go over the top. You need guys to get the ball to them, ball in hand guys, what they can do with the ball. And that's what it is in that receiver room, man. We're fast, explosive.
Thanks, Jalin.